Hey, this is Joey with Homemade Caregivers again. This week we're going to talk about a subject that I often get asked about, but let's address it a little more specifically. We talked about it when we were talking about choosing a caregiver, but when you want to talk about using someone to put in your mom or dad's house, you want to ask yourself, why do I use a reputable, licensed, bonded, insured company versus just some individual off the street? As I said before, there are good individuals off the street, but there's a lot of them that aren't. There are some people that go to work for companies that don't do their job, and they have trouble with people stealing there too or not doing their job too. But when you have a company that's got a long established background of taking care of people, there's a history there of not only just hiring the right people, screening them, but also the supervision. There's a reason that companies are regulated. In healthcare, whether it be nursing homes, hospitals, assisted livings, those regulations are put in place to help the end user, their client, the patient, to protect them. In today's world, there's a lot of predators of all kinds, predators of children, predators of the elderly, just people that are seeking to take advantage of other people in various ways. So common sense says you want somebody taking care of your mom or your dad who you at least know has been criminally screened, has been interviewed, has been trained to do the job, is being supervised. Okay, that's not just a sales pitch. That's a reality. You can look at on the internet countless stories of people that are caregivers in people's homes, and they ended up stealing from them, using their funds to pay for kids' cars, college. When they don't show up, bringing people over that you've never even met, their cousin's sister's friend. That's not who I want in my mom's house, my cousin's sister's friend, or somebody I don't know. So common sense says if you're dealing with somebody that's a company, that's their livelihood, and they're licensed by the state, number one, they have a lot of regulations to comply with. It comes with patient rights, documentation, follow-up, communication, all these kind of things that should mean something to the family. So what is $2 or $3 worth? $2 or $3 is worth a lot. What about the guy that comes into your house and he falls and hurts himself? Are you covered? What about if your mom's rings come up missing or $20,000 was written out of her checking account because you live out of town and you didn't know what they were doing, and your mom just wanted them to be happy and take care of them because they had told them that they were going to be there for them, but they just really needed some help, but they'd pay them back. Have you ever heard that story? Well, I have. So when you're looking at this, you break it down and say, if it's easy to manipulate somebody in a nursing home, not do your job in a nursing home with people sitting there, what would it be like if you were a person of bad intentions if you were in their home? It's the easiest place in the world to take advantage of somebody who's in their home. Now, when you set up things like, checkbooks and credit cards, those are no-nos in my opinion. If you're going to have money spent in that home, you want to have an envelope, excuse me, with receipts put in it and are kept up with on a cash basis. That way you know where your money's going. If you write valuables in the home, it doesn't matter who's taking care of you, us, a private person, or whoever, you need to not tempt anybody by leaving things out that are easily stolen. Also, from my perspective, I don't want things, in an Alzheimer's or dementia client, them forgetting where they put something and me being accused of it. So there's all these safeguards you can take to make sure that your mom and dad are taken care of. But the first thing you can do is say, what's the value versus what's cost? The value of having somebody watching your mom and dad and watching their employees is more important than ever. It's so hard now to get good people to take care of your mom and dad. And I'm in the business of doing it. And I can tell you that over these 25 years of doing it, it's gotten harder and harder to find the people to do this. So common sense again says, if it's harder for me to do it, why do you think it's easier for you to do it? It's not. You're just sometimes in a panic. You got to get something done. Somebody knows somebody. Be real careful with that. This is your mom and your dad. This isn't buying a car. So if you have any questions, please give us a call. We'll be glad to speak to you about anything elder care related. Have a good day. Thanks.